Good morning again. Daniel Valdez again. It's finally over. UIL State Marching Contest, 3 conferences, 3 brand new champions. Where do I begin? Well, first of all, I need to begin by saying thank you for listening. Everybody who tuned into the live blog, everybody who's been listening to these silly little recordings, everybody who came up to us in the stands, gave us swag to wear, gave us stuff to wave in the air, like we just don't care, hip-hop, the beat don't stop, all of that great stuff, all of your support. I thank you so very much for this. I am so thankful, so very thankful that you all, follow us and listen to this thing, and I can't thank you all enough. So I want to get that out of the way first. We're going to talk about the champions. I'm going to talk about, if you're looking at the thumbnail right now, I know some people that are going to be very happy with me, let's just say that. So let's get to it. Congratulations to a state champion, Valley Mills High School, the smallest 2A band in finals, and yet they walk out of there with a state championship. So congratulations to them. Very well deserved. Saw the show. Clean, and that's all you need to be at UIL. So they played the system very well. Very well deserved. Congratulations. 4A state contest. Congratulations once again to the Canton High School band. This is one of the most decorated marching programs in the state. And this goes back a long time. They've had a history of doing amazing things. This is nothing new for them. So it's good to see that they're continuing their tradition of excellence, as many people would call it. Bronze medalist in 4A was North Lamar. Silver medalist was Argyle High School, and of course your state champion in 4A goes to our friends in Canton, Texas. Congratulations. Now, 6A. 6A was prelims was an awesome contest. It was probably one of the best state prelims contests I've ever witnessed in my life. Heavy hitters all around. We were looking through the schedule, looking at everything, and it's just heavy hitter after heavy hitter after heavy hitter. Now, the talks about reworking the judging system, and we got to blow up the system, and we got to do this, we got to add judges, we got to take away judges, we got to do something to fix. That time's going to come, but not now. That's going to come after the season. We have plenty to talk about that. So if you're looking for me to try to blow up the establishment, that's not my purpose here, okay? My purpose is to tell you that 6A prelims and the 6A contest as a whole was pretty awesome. There were a lot of good programs at state prelims. And only 12 got into finals. So state finals, fantastic contest, lots of very maxed out performances, and you when you see the shows enough, you can definitely tell that, you can tell when a program is on their game. It's so rewarding to see, because the members on the field feel that energy just like we feel it in the stands as well. I mean, lots of stuff happened. Cedar Ridge made 6A finals for the very first time. Keller cemented itself as a consistent state finalist. It's basically just, if you're going to have a state finals and you need to pick somebody, you basically pick Keller to get in there, which is great. Waxahachie, 5A state finalist last year, moves up to 6A, and they get into state finals their very first year in 6A. What an incredible story, considering the storms that they had to deal with during the canceled Waco contest. It's a fantastic story. I'm glad they're all okay, and this program's just going to keep building and building and building and building. So I suggest that you keep watching out for them. Ronald Reagan, CTJ, the CTJ skipped state a couple of years ago, the last cycle. They're back again, consistent state finalists again. Reagan doing the same thing. there was a time when Reagan had trouble making a state finals. And it wasn't that long ago. And now it's just like it's kind of like the Keller situation. You can just basically count them in, which is fantastic. Woodland's the same exact thing. Consistent state finalist. These aren't accidents. These programs are earning it through their hard work, their dedication, and, just putting on some fantastic programming. Now we need to talk about some certain things. Congratulations to the bronze medalist in 6A Vandegrift High School, my personal nostalgia trip. I actually got to talk to their head director a couple of times during the weekend, and including during state, and I basically just gushed and told him how much I loved the show. And he was very appreciative of it. Just hearing that music again takes me back a long, long time ago when I played that music as a saxophone player, and I have such a great appreciation for it now, and I thank Vandegrift for doing that. That's your bronze medal winner. Silver medalist in 6A, congratulations to Flower Mound High School. That's such a kitschy show. I had a smile on my face the entire time I was watching it. They're so good. BOA, UIL, you almost have to pick them to win every contest. It doesn't matter what the system is. They go out there, they do their thing, and they get rewarded for it, and rightfully so. So congratulations to them. And then finally, I get to say this, and I'm so happy I get to say this. I say it with pride. I say it with conviction. I say it, again, with a massive smile on my face. Congratulations to the 2018 UIL 6A State Marching Contest Champions, the Vista Ridge Ranger Band. Let's take a look at 72 hours inside the Vista Ridge Band. Let's try that. After prelims at BOA Super Regional, they were 7th. After BOA Super Regional Finals, they were 4th. After state prelims, they were 2nd. After state finals, they were your state champion. Talk about climbing the ladder. Talk about scaling the mountain. Whatever euphemism you want to throw out there, they did it. I don't think I've ever seen a program climb the mountain like that in such a short time competitively. Now, the show's been great all year long. That's nothing new. But to go from a BOA system to UIL system and get higher placements each time you perform, that is something very, very rare. And it's something very special if you were there at the Alamo Dome to witness it. And I'm so happy I was able to do that. Talk about a show that was universally liked. Talk about a show that was universally praised. Not just by judges, but by performers as well. Go look at the video we shared, courtesy of the Leander Band, of the retreat. Not just when they were announced champions, but when they were told to break ranks. You have CTJ on one side, you have Leander on the other. And they are chomping at the bit to go congratulate them. The second from the time the announcer, and I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about this, from the time the announcer said break ranks to the time that the Vista Ridge Band disappeared under an avalanche of CTJ and Leander Band students going to congratulate them was about 7 seconds. Go watch the video. They're there, and then all of a sudden, they're not. Because they're being mobbed by CTJ and Leander. I've been following this activity for about 20 years. I've never seen anything like that at a retreat. Now, with the invention of social media, a lot of kids know each other, so they're more comfortable talking to each other at these retreats than ever before. I remember there was a time when it was retreat, you would hang around your band and then you would kind of mingle around the programs that were next to you, and that was pretty much it. Now everybody's everywhere. It's a mashup of colors and uniforms. But I'd never seen two programs go after a state champion like that and just give them a great big band hug. I'd never seen anything like that, and it makes me so so hopeful for the future. It was incredible to watch. I'm sure those kids are still on cloud nine. I hear that they are performing their show one final time at their Friday football game at Gupton Stadium. It is senior night, so if you're in the area, I suggest you get your butt over there to see it one last time, because I have a feeling that crowd is going to be electrified and on fire at the same time. I want to say one more thing, and then I'll let you all go. Okay, let me try to put this let me put some context around this. The last 12 months have been very, very challenging for me. I'm sure I've said that once before on a previous show or something like that. But the last 12 months have been very, very challenging for me, personally, professionally, everything. A year ago, I was living in Plano, Texas. I was working out of Frisco, Texas. And I was unhappy emotionally. I was unhappy professionally. I was unhappy personally. I had moved up there about, 2 years prior. And it was time for a change. I was born and raised in San Antonio. Lived here pretty much all my life. And it was time to move back home. It was time to go. If you're in a place and you're unhappy, there's no reason for you to stay. Of course, if you have obligations and stuff like that, obviously you change that, but, you accommodate for those things. But, a person in my situation, there was nothing really keeping me there. So earlier this year, very early this year, February to be exact, I left Plano and I moved back to San Antonio. And I was happy that I got a professional, like a fresh start professionally and emotionally and all that stuff. I felt like I hit the reset button on my life. But at the same time, I felt so defeated. I felt incredibly defeated. I felt like I had failed at 33 years old. Because things did not work out. A lot of things did not work out in my favor. And that's okay. That stuff happens sometimes. And you try to draw inspiration from certain things. You try to look for certain things and you're like, okay, that makes me feel good. Okay, that's cool. And you kind of, you pick yourself up a little bit when you're feeling blue. When this show started coming together, I felt inspired. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the Amazing Grace. I don't know if it's just the awesome sound they put out. I don't know if it's the way they move around the field. I don't know what it is. But for some reason, this show made me feel inspired. It did. To keep going. To keep moving forward. To, to keep reminding yourself that things do get better. I don't know, Amazing Grace, that sort of piece, really, it hits me. It hits me in the feels, as they call it. And, this was a program that dealt with the rain like everybody else. This year was very unique for Texas programs in that kids didn't know day to day what they were going to do. Are we going to practice? Are we practicing indoors or outdoors? Are we wearing ponchos? Are we staying on the bus? Is the brass going to go outside? Are the woodwinds going to stay inside? Nobody knew what the heck was going to go. Nobody knew what was going to happen. That sort of uncertainty can really build character. And I think that helped this program mature so quickly during the season. Because that show took off. It was a good show to begin with, but it took off so quickly. And it was an unstoppable force at that point. You just kind of felt it, getting standing ovations, not just from their band parents. They're expected to do that. They're going to do that regardless. But getting other programs to get off their feet and give you standing ovations while the show's still going on, getting other people in other band programs to shed tears before your show ends, that's something special. I've only experienced that in this activity a handful of times. I can count them on less than one hand, actually. This is the long way of me saying, thank you, Vista Ridge. Thank you so much for performing the hell out of your show. Thank you so much for being wonderful people, and not just the performers, in the entire booster organization that was just relentless with their support for your program. Because it means so much. Because it means that these parents and these sponsors, they care about the future of these kids. Because they know exactly what's at stake. That they need the encouragement. They need to be cheered on. They need to be championed, no matter what the outcome is. Thank you, Vista Ridge. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for being awesome. And congratulations on your state championship. I'm done here. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll do a Nationals recap. There's going to be more material to come. We'll talk about rule changes and all sorts of stuff. I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to be around for a while. If you'll have me, I'd be happy to oblige. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.